Hey everybody, this is Tara from PaddedTushStats.com. In this video I'm going to be going over the Sunbaby 4.0 one-size pocket diaper and talk with you about how I would fill out a Padded Tush Stats survey for each of my children who have been using this diaper. That way you get a little bit of a sense of how the diaper performs. Before I tell you how I would fill out a survey on the diaper, I want to first give you a little bit of a description of the features of it. It's a one-size diaper. It's meant to fit babies from the 7 to 35 pound range. You'll see here how you adjust the sizing. There are three rows of two columns of snaps, so that if I wanted to get it really small, I would just get the snaps down at that level. If I wanted to get it medium, which is where my youngest is right now, I would have it down at this level, like that, and for my oldest, it's on this level. It's a pocket diaper, and that means that you can stuff it with an insert to adjust the absorbency on it, and the diaper also comes with a microfiber insert that you would just stuff right into the diaper, just like this. And then, again, you can put anything that you want in this diaper. You can even add a doubler, just like your standard pocket diaper. And because it's topped with this microfleece, the baby has the moisture wicking away from the bum and doesn't feel as much wetness. And it's a lot better for babies who may have rashes. If they're not sensitive to microfleece, it does keep that moisture away a little bit. You'll see that there's this back flap feature on the diaper. One of the things that I like about this is that it covers up the insert. One of my pet peeves on some of my other diapers is when there isn't anything catching it, the insert tends to poke out and I get a little bit of wetness on my baby's back. Whereas this flap comes right over, just like that, and it also catches the poop so that you're not getting poop up the back as well. The exterior of the diaper is made out of a waterproof PUL, so that means basically you don't need to have a cover or anything over the diaper. You just put this right on, and it works very well to keep the moisture in. And there's also this row of snaps here. There's two different kinds of rows. There's this top row here, and you have two snaps on each side that you can clasp to customize your fit, so you can get it kind of wide on the waist like this, or you can snap it. I'll do it with this one. Snap it really far in, just like that. But first, before you do that, I recommend that you do the hip snaps. These are the hip snaps right here. And this is what Sunbaby did to the 4.0. They added the hip snaps. This does things like it prevents wing droop, which is where your diaper is fastened here, but it hangs like this. So it'll keep it nice and snug, and it ensures that you have a nice fit right at the legs. And then you would just close it, just like that. Another thing I like about the diaper is that right here at the tummy part you'll see about a 1-inch strip of waterproof PUL, and what that does is that prevents the moisture from coming out at the top of the belly. So this is especially good if you have a tummy sleeper like mine. I would find that diapers where the microfleece or whatever the interior is, when it goes right up to the edge, I get that moisture across the tummy, and this prevents it. Now some people don't like the thought of PUL right up against their baby's skin, so you might want to think about whether or not that's an issue. I've never experienced any rashes or anything, but some people just wonder if the baby is comfortable or not with that waterproof fabric. As far as the elastics in this diaper, you'll find that there are elastics in the gussets, and you'll find that right across the back. This is one of the great things about a lot of cloth diapers, is that you have this right here that disposables don't have. One of the questions that I get is, how is the Sunbaby 4.0 different from the 3.0? I told you about the hip snaps. It's also a little bit wider and has more comfortable elastic against the baby's skin, or I should say the elastic that's inside of the diaper is a little bit more comfortable. There's a thinner but higher quality PUL, softer microfleece inner, a wider crotch, and a wider microfiber insert. Because I'm going to be telling you how this diaper performed on my babies, I want to tell you a little bit of background information on them. My oldest, she used this from 18 to 24 months. She is a heavy wetter, and she's been kind of skinny to normal. So that's kind of where she is on the weight range. As far as my youngest child, he's 6 months old, but he started using this when he was 10 pounds, and he's now about 16 pounds and is still using it. He was very skinny, and now he's chunky, so he's kind of hit the whole end of the spectrum, and he is also a heavy wetter, and both children are rash prone. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I would respond to the padded tush dot survey for each of my children. These are rated on a 1 to 5 scale when you fill out a survey, 5 being a high score, 4 being a lower score. For absorbency with the oldest kid, it got a 3. I had a lot of issues with the PUL just not being thick enough or waterproof enough to work for my baby. The company suggested trying different inserts, which I'm working on right now. Problem is that it is a little bit narrow for a lot of my bigger, heavy wetter inserts. But I have diapers that are the same width, and the inserts work fine, so that's what leads me to believe that it's the PUL. Baby number 2, not as much of an issue, only a few leaks, so he gets a 4. Fit, a 5 for baby number 1, and a 4 for baby number 2, just because it was tough with his skinny legs for a little bit. Worth the price, I would give it a 5 for both. This is a very inexpensive diaper, roughly around the $5 a piece range, but you do have to buy several at once. So it is really cheap, so it would be hard for me not to say it's worth the price. Trim, it gets a 4 for both children. Just kind of, for me, it was a standard good pocket diaper as far as trimness. Like my skeptics, I'd give it a 4 for both kids, simply because a lot of the skeptics I know don't really care for using the snaps, and they prefer the Velcro that seems just like a disposable diaper. Daycare worthy, I'd give it a 3 for both, simply because it's a pocket diaper, which means that either your daycare provider or you would have to come home, or one of the two of you would have to unstuff the inserts. So for me, I would take my babies to be watched in the daytime. I'd come home and I'd have to sift through the wet bag and take out inserts, which was a little gross to me. Nap time, I'd give it a 3 for baby number 1, just because it wasn't waterproof enough, and a 5 for my other one. I had no problems whatsoever. Nighttime, number 1 for baby number 1, my oldest, simply because she's a heavy wetter and she needs a bigger insert at nighttime. And for the other baby, I give it a 5. My youngest had absolutely no problems. He's still using it at night. Whether or not I would recommend it to a friend, I would say a 3 across the board. It definitely is worth the price. I would only recommend it to someone who is on a budget and needs cloth diapers for cheap, cheap, cheap. Otherwise, I feel like the material is just a little bit too thin for my taste, that it wouldn't be high on my recommendation list. The pros of this diaper, I really like the affordability of it. It makes cloth diapering a little bit more accessible for people who feel that cloth diapering isn't too accessible. You can get 24 diapers with inserts for $108, so pretty much a stash of diapers for around, you know, probably a little over $100 once you get your wet bag. Pretty good pricing there. There also are some really cute prints on the diaper as well. As you'll see, mine is pretty adorable. Some cons of the diaper. First of all, one of the biggest issues that I had right from the get-go was that when I would stuff the diaper, I would have a little bit of issues with the inside of the diaper, it getting stuck on this right here. And you'll see it's also kind of fraying. So the insert would clog right there when it's supposed to be going down here. So that was one of the big issues that I had with the diaper. Another issue is that the PUL was much thinner, like I said, and therefore not as waterproof as others. My oldest leaked a lot through the legs, and it went all the way through the PUL. And I found that a lot of my inserts were too wide to stuff into the diaper. My overall comments on this diaper, I definitely recommend this to people who don't have much money to start a cloth diapering stash. Don't let that get in the way. For the cost of just a couple of boxes of disposable diapers, you can get a full stash of diapers to last your baby from birth to potty training. And then perhaps you can invest a little bit more in some narrow, thicker inserts so that you have something at night for your baby when your baby's older or more of a heavy wetter. You can also get this diaper used on diaper swappers, where I find cheaper versions as well, but again, you've got it for a very, very low price. So this is the paddedtushdots.com review of the Sunbaby 4.0 one-size pocket diaper. If you've tried out this diaper or any other diapers, I encourage you to head over to the website, fill out a survey on how the diaper worked for you. Those surveys contribute to tables where you can compare diapers and how they performed on different types of babies or on in different areas like fit and absorbency. It really helps me create these reviews, so I thank you in advance if you head on over there. And filling out surveys gives you extra entries into giveaways, so go ahead and check that out. So keep me posted on how you feel about this diaper or any other diapers. Talk to you later.